So we shall address what feel like panic moves of the Kamala campaign at this point to try to get some traction, get something going. And so we're going to dive into that. I did want to just go into this, though, for a second, because I mentioned this. It's fascinating, Clay, because I've had a particular amount of exposure to Democrats this week. As you know, I'm going on the Bill Maher show tonight but guys, check for me what time that airs, actually, because I'm on West Coast time. I get confused, but it'll be live tonight. So it will be Bill, me, and Laura Coates of CNN, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. You know, I'm an invited guest, of course. I look forward to being cordial, but having a robust exchange of ideas. But one of the things in the Democrat news cycle, if you will, is this Bob Woodward book, and there's stuff about Trump and how he sent a COVID test to Putin, and isn't that such a early in the pandemic? But another thing is this whole belief that Trump and Putin are having these phone calls like this special bromance, if you will, between Trump and Putin. Meanwhile, the former Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, just came out and said this was amazing. Play cut two.
Look, I happen to believe that when Donald Trump says that had he been president in 2022, there would have been no Russian invasion of Ukraine, my view is that is a credible assertion. I really do think that's credible.
Can I just say, Clay, I also agree, as does Trump and many people who voted for Trump. They try to pretend like we shouldn't notice that the war started on Biden's watch, not on Trump's watch, which if Trump was the little toady for Putin, wouldn't it have been the best time possible to invade when you know your guy is going to... They have created this fantasy about Trump and Russia and Trump-Putin relations, and yet again, I mean, here we are. Think of how many lives, if that is true, think of how many lives would have been saved. Think of how much money would have been saved.
Well, not only that, in this Woodward book, Biden evidently blames Obama for Putin invading because he says the way that he responded to Crimea let basically Putin know that there were no consequences for invasions. And
hey, John.
Hey. Okay, I went out there and took my pictures for Steve and whatever, so pretty much I can do whatever time, just let me know and I'll meet him out there.
Oh, for Steve? Okay.
No, not Steve, whoever's doing your plumber.
Oh, okay, yeah, Bill, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, he's probably looking more like sometime between 3 and 5 o'clock today.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So yeah, I'll either have him reach out to you or I'll reach out to you when he's on his way.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, John. You bet, buddy. All right, bye.
Biden was also weak and knew Democrat would not do anything to actually forestall his invasion, and he wasn't afraid. And bad guys are motivated, oftentimes, by fear. They don't respond to moral arguments or any of these things that the Democrat Party wishes they did.
You know what a part of the masculine appeal of Trump and the whole Trump movement is versus what we were seeing with Kamala Harris? They keep saying Trump coddles dictators. If you tick off Trump, there is a very high likelihood that he will react.
No, it didn't look like it. I really didn't. It's got like a drape over the door.
If you mess with Biden, you might interrupt nap time. Hey,
if for some reason,
and with
you got to get rid of some debris. I understand it. Work on that. But I think I saw like a little twin mattress in the back of a pickup truck bed. There might have been like a starter in there, and a little fan. But they're not packed with shit. They're not packed with shit.
Let's get into more of this. The Walls masculinity tour.
Right.
Oh gosh, roar! So much masculinity, like a lion.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton on the front lines of truth. Twin Cities News Talk, AM 1130
at 103.5 FM.
With the massive tax hikes proposed by the vice president, including an
income tax rate at the top end, a higher corporate tax rate, and a capital gains tax on unrealized gains, you might be thinking it's time to make more of your savings tax sheltered and inflation sheltered. This is where we trust the good people at Birch Gold Group to help you. Birch Gold will assist you in converting an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. And the best news, you don't pay a penny out of pocket. Just text the word BUCK to 989898 and get a free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just information on fortifying your savings if the crazy really hits. It's always good to plan for the unpredictable. A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of happy customers. You can trust Birch Gold too. Text my name BUCK to the number 989898 for your free info kit today. Again, all you have to do is text BUCK to 989898 for that free info kit from Birch Gold. We're excited to introduce you to one of our newest sponsors, Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk devices that provide clear contact nationwide on an LTE network.
Ready to go? These Rapid Radio walkie-talkies are perfect for an aging parent. No subscriptions or monthly fees.
For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and get up to 60% off. There's free UPS shipping plus a free protection bag. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite. It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out. Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio. Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite. Well done, 1 hour.
I have one word for you, Tracy. Lifetime.
Lifetime?
When Northern installs your heat and air system,
We guarantee it for life.
lifetime replacement guarantee on most of our systems.
Well, I'm Carrie Champion, and this is season 4 of Naked Sports. Up first, I explore the making of a rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Every great player needs a goal.
People are talking about that, but just because of one single game that's from your good afternoon for the day,
Rivalries have changed the way we consume women's sports. Listen to the making of a rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, America's #1 podcast network. iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search the making of a rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, and start listening.
The free iHeartRadio app is #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Discover a new podcast from our library of over 350,000 titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
Forgery, deceit, fraud. In our favorite myths and folklore, tricksters use their wit to wreak havoc and create dysfunction. Some do it for fame, some for success, others for riches. From spycraft to serial murder, lies are used to misdirect and manipulate. Find out how conman Frank Abagnale was able to pose as an airline pilot, a lawyer, a doctor, and even...
Where do you want to go?
Hilltop Dispensary.
Getting directions to Hilltop Premium Green.
On the phone, I'm talking to a lot of Republican mayors and governors. They're standing up saying this is not Joe Biden, but conservative, hardcore Republican governors, hardcore Republican mayors stand up and say it's got to stop.
He accuses former President Trump of spreading lies about the federal storm response. Trump accuses the Biden administration of mismanagement, especially in hard-hit North Carolina. President Biden says by some estimates, damage from Hurricane Milton alone could hit $50 billion. Water rescues continue in some flooded parts of Florida today, 2 days after landfall. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor.
We still have some flooding down in South Tampa. We still have a number of roadways that are flooded. We're just so saturated that there is no place for that rainwater to go in some areas.
Utility crews have made more than 1 million restorations. Over 2 million customers remain without power. President Biden says he's asking Israel not to hit UN peacekeepers after 2 were injured by Israeli soldiers targeting Hezbollah in South Lebanon. Israel says those injuries were not intentional and are under review. Major League Baseball just moving up the timing of tomorrow night's decisive Game 5 of the AL Division Series between Detroit and Cleveland over the chance of bad weather. That'll now be an afternoon game just after 1 Eastern. America is listening to Fox News.
Minnesota News Network, I'm Ashley Walker. At least one person is dead after a crash in St. Peter Thursday. State Patrol says the crash happened around 4 p.m. when an eastbound vehicle collided with a southbound semi on Highway 169. The vehicle was driven by a 74-year-old Apple Valley woman and the semi by a 32-year-old New Richland man. More information is to be released later today. Minneapolis police believe a narcotics deal gone wrong is what led to a man being fatally shot Thursday. Officers responded to a shooting report around 4:18 p.m. in North Minneapolis, finding a man with fatal gunshot wounds in an alley. Despite life-saving efforts, the man was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigation shows an interaction escalated to gunfire. 2 men ran from the scene, and the man with fatal wounds ran west into an alley and collapsed. No arrests have been made. It's pheasant season in Minnesota. DNR Commissioner Sarah Stroman.
Pheasant season opens on Saturday, and we are so excited this year to be celebrating the Governor's Pheasant Opener in the town of Sleepy Eye. We know they are rolling out the red carpet for us, for friends and family to head out and take a walk in the fields and hopefully find some birds.
A valid small game license is required for hunting pheasants. Youth 13 years and younger may hunt small game, including pheasant, without a license, but must be accompanied by a licensed parent or guardian. Weekend road work on I-494 is expected to cause delays this weekend, affecting Bloomington, Edina, and Bridgefield. The road will be closed between Highway 100 and 77 today from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. Monday. This is M&M.
I think one of the worst things that can happen to people is that they not have something to do every day. Sean Hannity, weekdays from 2 to 5 on Twin Cities News Talk AM 1130 and 103.5 FM and on iHeartRadio with your smart speaker.
If you're looking for a firearm, I just love and recommend highly Henry Repeating Arms. They make 200 models of rifles, shotguns, revolvers, and a wide variety of calibers and finishes. Plus, they have new releases all throughout
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio. Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
With Honey Nut Cheerios, you don't have to sacrifice taste to achieve your heart health goals. So maybe you do the frugal thing, bringing a healthy meal for your lunch break. But definitely do the easy one, having a tasty and convenient breakfast with your loved ones. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by going to Cheerios.com and picking up a box wherever you shop for cereal. 3 grams of soluble fiber daily from whole grain oat foods like Cheerios cereal and a diet low in saturated fat and cholesterol may reduce the risk of heart disease. Specially marked Cheerios varieties provide 0.75 grams per serving.
Did you know every 3 seconds someone is a victim of identity theft? LifeLock wants to give you helpful tips to protect your identity this Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Adding multi-factor authentication, like a text with a security code, is one way to boost your security. But for comprehensive protection, trust LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal info and steps in to resolve issues that arise, guaranteed or your money back. Protect yourself with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Eastbound from East Bush Lake Road to Penn Avenue. Jammed up traffic on 394 eastbound from Penn Avenue to 94. From 494 to downtown Minneapolis, 13 minutes. That's traffic on Twin Cities News Talk AM 1130 and FM 103.5. Traffic is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell 3 insider stories guaranteed to make you laugh about the king of rock and roll. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
From the Custom One Weather Center, pretty nice today, and then fall is going to kick in a big way here over the weekend. Today, sunny, 72 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 48 tonight, partly cloudy, 64 tomorrow. By Sunday, breezy, partly cloudy, 56. Some frost possible by early next week. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable on Twin Cities News Talk, AM 1130. Currently, it's 69.
Coming up Monday morning with John Justice.
Details as the third-party spoiler candidate in CD2 drops out of the race to support the Republican running against Angie Craig. The latest election news from over the weekend with our DC correspondent Andrew Langer at 6:30 and former Trump Communications Director Mark Lauder at 7:30.
John Justice live at local 6 to 9 on Twin Cities News Talk.
No, give me the hard number. All right, thank you.
they're trying to persuade, which is a very small slice of the country. It's probably in the, few million people range out of 350 million. Forget about Democrats. They'll vote Democrat. They would vote any Democrat. It doesn't matter. But Clay, when we look at that small slice, and we take what's resonating them and try to figure out what works, what doesn't, Kamala is coming across as inauthentic in her beliefs to people. This is really interesting. I know they played this on our friend Jesse Waters' show last night, and this, I think, got a lot of attention from people. This is we played the first hour, Barack Obama telling a group of black men, guys, come on, we got to get out there for Kamala and vote for Kamala. We got to do more. You're not enthusiastic enough. This is in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, a place I've spent some time. It is the chiefly poorest and has the highest crime rate of any precinct or any area of the city. It's usually in the top 3 or 4 of all New York City. It's a rough area. It's a tough area. This is showing you the black community is truly unenthusiastic about Kamala. Even if they're going to overwhelmingly vote for Kamala, it'll make a difference in this election.
I said for a while, we bet on it, that I thought 25% or more of black men would vote for Donald Trump. I'm even more convinced of that as we sit a little bit over 3 weeks from Election Day. And I know a lot of you are listening right now.